Welcome to Tales from the Collection. Today we're going to go over some of the responses that I recently got from celebrities, voice actors, athletes, all kinds of great people from franchises like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and the MCU. It's going to be a lot of cool successes in here, so strap in for the next 10 minutes or so as we see who's responding to fan mail. Of course, as always, this video is brought to you by you. This channel relies on your guys' support, so thank you so much for watching. Please like and comment below who you would like to receive an autograph from. And let's get going with two stock car racers. This one is from Toni Breidinger, and this one is from Amber Balsine. And they were both kind enough to sign for me through the mail. I sent Toni some trading cards here, and she signed all four of those bad boys. And Amber, same thing. Actually sent her 4 photos. They're front and back here. She signed all 4 of them. Even took time to switch between black and silver pen. Very nice of her. Both Toni and Amber are like super stellar about responding to their fans. And they're 2 up-and-coming racers. If you don't know the sport very much, it's possible maybe you recognize Toni from Raising Cane's, as she was like a spokesperson. They're one of her sponsors, and she was like did a big ad campaign. She was all over the restaurants for quite a while last year, so maybe you remember her from there. But regardless, both of these ladies, very awesome. Thank you so much, Amber and Toni. Really appreciate it. All right, now here's a really awesome one. This one from Charlie Cox. Now, I sent him a letter to the UK, actually. I sent maybe about $3 worth of UK postage for the return. They sent it back, I imagine, to his representative in the US, and they then sent it to me. And, not only did he send it back, but he paid extra to send this certified mail, which cost him, as you can see here, $18 out of the man's own pocket, which was very generous of him. He signed both of my index cards, Tim, all the best, Charlie Cox, and then of course he sent this image as well. This was his own image. My envelope was a little bit too small for it, so it did unfortunately have to get folded in half. But c'est la vie. I really appreciate that. He sent me this nice photo with an extra signature on there. And again, 18 bucks out of his own pocket to send me some free autographs. Like, dude's awesome. I've seen him at a couple conventions before. He's definitely a nice guy, but yeah, I wasn't expecting him to kind of go above and beyond like that. So thank you very much, Charlie. All right, here we're going to do a little bit of a spotlight on some artists that I reached out to. Here we go, starting with Todd Lockwood. Of course, as you can see, he's a Magic the Gathering artist. I believe he did charge like maybe $2 per signature or something like that. Nothing crazy. So I sent him a couple of the cards that I had in my collection, and he was kind enough to also answer a few of my Q&A questions as well, which was very kind of him. Next, from the Pickles comics, we have Brian Crane, who did this very nice sketch. And of course, then we have Corrado Mastantuono. Pretty sure that's the way you pronounce his name. Italian name there. So Corrado, definitely appreciate this return here. He is a Disney artist. He did work on the Disney comic books. And he sent me 2 index cards with a sketch. First one, Ciao to Tim from Donald Duck, well, not from Donald Duck, but with Donald Duck sketch on there. Very nice. And then this picture of Mickey on the planet with Tim and a heart. Very nice guy, super cool. Really appreciate that, Corrado. So yeah, there you have it. 3 cool artists and some international returns there as well. So very happy with that success. I got a nice response from Kevin Smith. I did send him 2 cards from The Force Awakens. Of course, he did do a little cameo in there, but he decided to send this photo instead. Pre-signed photo, signed nice in silver. Looks pretty cool. Very happy to add this to my collection. Thank you very much, Kevin. He sent this from View Askew, his production company, and really appreciate that return. All right, mixing it up a little bit, I got 2 of these instruction manuals that I had in my collection, and I wanted to send them out to none other than Alexey Pajitnov. He is, of course, the creator of Tetris. These are 2 manuals from the original NES game. Alexey is just super kind and generous. He signs for his fans quite regularly, and I was very happy to get both of these back. Dude's awesome. So thank you very much, Alexey. Happy to have these in my collection. Here's one for the Indiana Jones fans. This one is coming from Karen Allen in the Indiana Jones movies. She signed 2 photos for me, dedicated both to Tim. All the best. These photos are, very nice. She signs, again, one of the great signers who signs a lot for fans. Totally super cool, great lady. And if you're a fan of Indiana Jones, I highly recommend reaching out to this wonderful woman. She is so kind and so awesome. So thank you very much, Karen. All right, here's a success from Auli'i Cravalho. Of course, I wrote to her while Cabaret was still on Broadway. Actually, the play is still there, but she has since left the stage and she has a replacement filling in for her right now. So Auli'i is no longer on Broadway, at least at Cabaret. So maybe she'll make a return one day. I'm sure she will. So if you missed your chance this time, well, there's always next time. So best of luck to you guys. I was super happy to get this. I did get her previously actually on a Moana photo and really wanted her on something with actually her likeness on it. So I got this. She was super kind, signed it, and yeah, just thank you so much, Auli'i. All right, here's a cool one from Kim Smith. She actually worked for ILM and Tippett Studios. She did model making on Star Wars, Star Trek, a lot of really cool sci-fi films. And she was kind enough to do a very lengthy and in-depth interview with me, which you can find on talesfromcollection.com/interviews. And yeah, that was like really good interview, super cool hearing her stories. She was very kind to me and signed 4 photos. Just her working in the model shop, working on models, painting, on Star Wars and Star Trek films. Just absolutely so over the moon with Kim. She's so sweet and so nice. So thank you very much. I appreciate the return. All right, here we got one from Sab Shimono. He, of course, was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, and here we have his shot from Waterworld. He was kind enough to sign here in a nice yellow paint pen. I think that came out really nice. And black Sharpie right here. His little post-it note saying, don't recall how the voice came about for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But that's in reference because I sent a little bit of a Q&A. Unfortunately, didn't have time to get to that, but he did have time to sign 2 photos for me. Absolutely lovely gentleman, so thank you very much, Sab. All right, so I've never gotten a response from a queen before, but now I can say that I actually have. So this one is from Queen Farah Pahlavi. She was the Queen of Iran back in the day before, you know, its current crazy modern state. But regardless of that, she was very kind. I sent her 2 index cards, and she signed. These are not the index cards. She signed 2 of these, like 5x7, very nice matted, I don't know, pieces of paper, but they're very cool. For me, Tim Santens, from Farah, and it's a very cool success. Super happy with it. So thank you very much. All right, this month I didn't do super hot with the playbills, but I did get 2. One signed by the cast of Sumo, another one just a plain old playbill, unsigned from the cast of English. This one did have Tala Ashe in the play. Unfortunately, she didn't sign the playbill, but I did send her a response individually, and she did sign 2 photos for me, so let's get into that one. All right, as promised, Tala Ashe here. She signed 2 photos for me. This is the first one in a nice silver. I think it came out really good. Same for this one. Also, nice silver Sharpie. She signed via the same play that we just saw, English, and she was very kind. So thank you very much, Tala. I appreciate that one. All right, here we got one from a Disney voice actress. This one is Leah Salgona. She did the singing voice for Princess Jasmine and, of course, Mulan. So yeah, Mulan had a voice actress for all the speaking parts, but then she had a different voice actress for the singing roles, which Leah did for both of these characters. So she was on Broadway, and I wrote to her. She signed both of these photos very beautifully for me. So thank you very much. I'm a big Disney fan, and you know, can't go wrong and can't resist when there's a Disney voice actor or voice actress on Broadway. Of course, true to my word, here is another response from a Disney voice actress, this time from Judy Kuhn. She was the voice actress, again, the singing voice for Pocahontas. And as well, she was also, coincidentally, on Broadway at the same time. So I got to send her 2 8x10 photos. She signed both of them. And yeah, that makes 2 voice actresses from the Disney princesses for my collection just in the last month. So pretty cool. All right, here's a cool one from Cathleen Daniels. She's an artist, and she contributed to the Star Wars Galaxy trading card series. Basically, this is a long-running series starting back in the 90s and still going on today, and they feature art from the Star Wars universe. And a lot of this art is, you know, brand new to the series, and some of it's taken from stuff that's been previously used. But I have a big collection of artist-signed cards from this series. And Cathleen Daniels is the latest one that I've added. Haven't added too many recently, but I'm super happy to get another one. always adding to my big grown collection. Kathleen was kind enough to sign 3 cards for me. Didn't quite have time to answer my questions, but that's okay. You know, I'm super happy with getting the cards back signed. All right, here's a cool one. This one from Tony Russa. I actually had a box of autographed baseball cards, and this ticket stub was just like hanging out in there. It didn't say like what teams or anything were on it, so I looked up the series, looked at the Game 3 for 1988 World Series, and I found out that Tony La Russa was the manager for one of the teams back then. So I sent him a request, asked him to sign, and boom, here it is. I got a signed ticket stub from 1988, signed by Tony La Russa. So pretty happy with that one. All right, we're going to kind of rapid fire through some of these last ones. These are just signed index cards. I'm just going to go over them real quick. Here we got Jan DeBont, Abby Trott, who is a wonderful voice actress. Not only did she sign for me, but she also did a nice little note here. Very cool of her. Brittany Ashworth and Kim Faber. All right, here we got some more. We got Stephen Collins, Tad Stones, Jordan Charney, and of course, not last but not least for this group, Hayley Atwell. Now, I would have loved to get her on an 8x10. I saw some beautifully signed 8x10s by Hayley, of course, from the MCU, but this was all the way to the UK. I'm in the US, so that would have been very cost prohibitive, so I was not able to send her a photo, but hey, I'll take a signed index card. I love that. I can always frame it with a nice photo, so happy with that. All right, let's go see some more. All right, the next round, we got a Kevin Bacon. I'll let you guys debate on the authenticity of that one. Candace Kita, F. Murray Abram, and Paul Stuckey. All right, now we've got Aaron Eckhart, of course, Batman fame here, George Rubinek of Star Wars fame, Douglas Barr, and Deborah Winger. And last but not least, Dr. Anthony Fauci, of course, the man who saved the country from COVID, and Fia Saban. So very happy with these successes overall. Hey guys, I'm so happy that you guys joined me for another video. Again, if you want to support the channel, I'm not asking for any kind of monetary donation or anything like that. All I ask is that you continue watching, like the video, hit the subscribe button, even ring that bell, and please, if you can, leave a comment below. Let me know which autographs were your favorite from today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.